We are joined now by Minneapolis criminal defense attorney Joe Tamburino.
Joe, you're not connected to this case, but you have defended people who have been in the throes of opioid addiction before. I guess what's your impressions of some of the new information we got from the county attorney's news conference today?
Sure. First of all, the county attorney's office, they did a very good job investigating this Carver County, and obviously they spent the last 2 years working pretty hard on this. But it's not surprising what happened. We've discussed this before where there would be no criminal charges, and it really is almost just like any other type of addiction case where someone is really trying to deal with their addiction, but continues to get street drugs.
What is your opinion on the Schulenburg settlement where he was fined to pay $30,000? The county attorney had said that was for prescribing the drug under a different name.
Right.
Do you think that that was the necessary thing to do?
Yes, in order to resolve that. Plus, that was really the only person who had some exposure. And we've talked about this before, too, where all of the players in this case, the one person that seemed the most at jeopardy was the doctor because he supposedly wrote a prescription to someone else who then gave it to Prince. And under DEA guidelines and state law, you have to write a prescription for the person who's actually going to be receiving the medication.
The bottom line here is there are a number of people who are, in fact, responsible for Prince's death. Prince, first of all, right? He's taking drugs that he knew were not prescribed to him. But somebody laced these counterfeit drugs with fentanyl. Somebody sold them. Somebody bought them. These are questions that even after 2 years, are we any closer to answers? Not really.
Not really. Because
somebody's got to talk?
That's exactly right. Because no matter how much we advance in law enforcement, technology, criminal investigation, it really comes down to in these cases that someone has to talk. And just because someone is addicted to drugs does not mean that someone else has the authority to sell them more drugs. This is what is a big problem in society. But in these cases, somebody needs to talk. And without them talking, you're never going to resolve it.
Well, in a way, this is how Prince set up his life. He surrounded himself with people that would protect him until the very end. Real quick, do we have time to talk about the federal investigation that's going on and what could come of that?
Sure.
Okay, and do you have any insight?
No, I don't have any insight, but what was resolved, though, with Dr. Schulenburg is something that you will see in other cases where there might be an issue as to what was prescribed, DEA rules, because remember, all narcotics are under DEA rules, and this is just a way to resolve it before there's any type of other litigation or criminal charges.
So there's no further federal investigation with that settlement?
Not to my aware, not that I'm aware of.
All right, Joe, thank you.